After Xiaoan recalled his past, he tightly clenched his fist, causing Angelica to anxiously reach out to their master. Pony gently placed a hand on his shoulder and expressed concern about his well-being. When Xiaoan spoke, his voice trembled as he assured her that he was all right. Despite his efforts to appear composed, his emotions were evident. As they were leaving, he instructed his bodyguards to remain silent about the incident. Both Pony and Angelica expressed their agreement. Shortly after, he inquired about the fate of his grandfather. However, before Pony or Angelica could respond, his mother called him out. He faced her, and she shared details about his grandfather. Jing Chung was pleased to have his grandson by his side, eager to have a private conversation with him. He politely asked the others to give them some space, reassuring them that he was feeling better. He mentioned that he has a message for Xian. Jing Chung asked about his well-being. Bai Xian stated that he was uninjured. He then glanced over at his grandfather. Regrettably, upon witnessing the numerous bandages and the loss of his arm, he quietly acknowledged the severity of his injuries. The elderly gentleman let out a sigh, assuring him that this was a minor matter, his gaze fixed on his absent right arm. However, there was a noticeable sadness in his expression as he realized he had lost his right arm. Xian noticed this, and Jing Chung, with a nervous tone, informed him that what he was about to say was of greater importance. Xian was taken aback by his grandfather's uncharacteristic nervousness, especially considering his expertise as a diamond-level beast master. His grandfather then inquired if he was familiar with the spider cult. Bai Xian stated that his knowledge is limited to the fact that they were the terrorist group. His grandfather explained that prior to this incident, their members' strength was restricted to beast masters at the silver level. He mentioned that. But this time, based on their auras in this incident, they were all at a high level of expertise. He emphasized that it was clear that Belan City was being specifically targeted, and the attackers seemed to be one step ahead of them. Bai Xian pretended he knew nothing about the earthquake and inquired if it was part of their plan. Jing Chung replied, "No, it was not. It is a significantly more serious situation." The Eye of Apocalypse informed Xian that his grandpa believes the world is going to be destroyed since he is unaware of the merger with the other realm. Jing Chung felt concerned about the situation, but Xian provided reassurance, expressing confidence that the Zhu Chao world would not be destroyed. According to Xian, it is simply merging with another realm. Jing Chung was taken aback, and he inquired about the certainty of what he was being told. Xian confidently explains to him that this is exactly what he predicted. The convergence of the two worlds is causing the earthquake, he clarifies. Jing Chung trusts his explanation and feels a sense of relief, knowing that their world is not in danger of being destroyed. Jing Chung proceeded to share with his grandson the details of his ancestral roots, specifically mentioning his affiliation with the Bai family from the origin star. Xian was surprised to discover his celestial heritage. The elderly gentleman recounted his time in the origin star, where he was once considered a potential leader for the Bai family. However, he admitted that he had a tendency to be arrogant and conceited. Afterwards, an error was made, resulting in his expulsion from the Bai family. Ultimately, he found himself banished to the secretive realm of Zhu Chao world. Upon his arrival, he was granted another opportunity. The Bai family informed Jing Chung that upon successfully defeating the amethyst spirit beast, specifically the Spider Mother, he would regain access to the origin star. During that period, he displayed a lack of composure. Consequently, he failed to fully comprehend the power of the amethyst-level beast, resulting in a severe defeat for the red-eyed golden fish. As a result, its origin suffered damage, and it became incapable of evolving. The elderly gentleman mentioned, and unfortunately his white crane has also passed away. Jing Chung closed his eyes and let out a deep sigh, acknowledging the formidable challenge of defeating an amethyst-level beast. Bai Xian attempted to console his grandfather, assuring him that there was still hope. Jing Chung let out another sigh, indicating his frustration with the lack of understanding. He gently placed his hand on his grandson's shoulder, emphasizing the importance of his role in the family's future. He inquired, wondering if he had expressed a desire to become the most skilled beast master. His grandfather advised him that to achieve greatness, he should embark on a journey to the origin star. He emphasized the need for dedicated practice in isolation for a year. He expressed his goal of reaching the top 10 rankings, which would grant him access to the origin star. With a determined tone, he mentioned that it is only in the origin star where he can seize the opportunity to become the most powerful beast master. Jing Chung wanted to demonstrate his commitment to his grandson, so he proudly displayed the key hanging around his neck. He assured his grandson that he recognized his immense talent and boundless enthusiasm. He mentioned that he will receive full support from the resources of the Bai family. As he spoke, he handed over the key hanging from his neck, assuring him that the treasury's resources were sufficient for him to reach the diamond level. Xiaoan extended his hand to retrieve the key, while his grandfather offered him advice, cautioning him not to repeat the mistakes he had made in his youth. Jing Chung smiled faintly, and he emphasized the significance of the human bond. As his grandfather spoke these words, Xiaoan noticed his captain in his grandfather. He was taken aback as he recalled that his captain had made a similar statement before his passing. Xiaoan agreed and confidently took the key. At the city lord mansion, little Zio was feeling down, and she inquired with the maids about her big brother's health, concerned that he might be as sick as her grandpa. The first maid advised little Zio to take a moment to compose herself. The second maid comforted her, assuring her that Master Xiaoan is fine. At that moment, Xiaoan opened the door, and her younger sibling took notice of this. Bai Xiaoan gazes at the key his grandfather entrusted to him, lost in contemplation of the profound connections between people. His younger sister was filled with joy as she excitedly called out to her brother and ran towards him, eager to give him a hug. She enthusiastically jumped and embraced him. Xiaoan was taken aback by the surprise, nearly losing his balance, while everyone watched in awe. At last, things settled down, but she remains delighted that her older brother has returned. Little Zio inquired about her brother's well-being. Xiaoan reflected on the fact that he had a wonderful family in this world. He made a firm decision to treasure it dearly. Xiaoan reassured her that he was perfectly fine. He believed that due to his past encounter with death, he has developed a deep fear of vulnerability and powerlessness. As a result, his aspiration is to become the most formidable beast master. And now that he has come to a profound realization, that is the strong bond within the family, which gives him the opportunity to become the most powerful. After a few hours, Xiaoan put on his new clothes in preparation for his training trip. With a smile, he assured his sister that their parents would return shortly. He then requested her to deliver this box to them. Little Zio enthusiastically agreed, her face beaming with a wide smile. He crouched down and informed her that he has an important matter to attend to and needs to go out for a while. He reminded her to behave and listen well at home until Mom and Dad return. Xiao Gu was dressed in her new clothes as she warmly greeted Master Xian with a friendly smile. Xian inquired if she was prepared to join him on a daring escapade. She responded that she would accompany the young master wherever he goes. As they strolled along, Bai Xian inquired if she felt any fear. She assured him that with his presence, she had no reason to be afraid. Xian requested that she refrain from addressing him as young master. She acquiesced, promising not to use the title anymore. In a different location, numerous buildings suffered severe damage as a result of the earthquake, or other factors. Xiao Gu asked if he has made a decision on where to go. Xiaoan replied that he hadn't determined the correct location yet. He was determined to enhance his skills and gather valuable resources during his journey. He asked the Eye of the Apocalypse for an advice on how to heal Grandpa's broken arm. The Eye of the Apocalypse demonstrated the process using minimal ingredients and the elixir of vitality. Bai Xiaoan then inquired about how to cure his grandfather's pet, the red-eyed golden fish. The screen of the Eye of Apocalypse revealed a message stating that the treasured beast of Bai Jing-chung, the red-eyed golden fish, has suffered damage to its essence and requires spiritual water for nourishment. The Eye of the Apocalypse provided him with valuable information about this mysterious substance. According to its findings, the spiritual water of Tianshui is a high-quality material with a rich water element. It possesses incredible benefits for those attuned to the water element, enhancing their spiritual abilities. As he examined the screen of the Eye of Apocalypse, he pondered the concept of the water of life. Intrigued by the spiritual water of Tianshui, he attempted to utilize the Eye of the Apocalypse to investigate further. However, the Eye of the Apocalypse yielded no findings in this regard. Interestingly enough, he did obtain results when he conducted a search specifically focused on the water of life. He pondered the absence of any information regarding the water of life, particularly the spiritual water of Tianshui. It seemed to be completely missing. I inquired about the possibility of repairing the core of the awakening hall from the Eye of the Apocalypse. The apocalyptic Eye stated that it was created by the awakening temple of Origin Star. Unfortunately, it is currently in a state that cannot be repaired. Bai Xian considered the aftermath of the battle, where Grandpa suffered significant losses. As a result, he decided to leave behind the egg of the Purple Thunder Eagle and the evolutionary path of the Amethyst level. He believed that this was merely a glimmer of hope. The true salvation for Balan City lies on the Origin Star. He questioned the Eye Apocalypse what he should do next since there is no knowledge concerning the spiritual water of Tianshui. He asked another question: where should he go now? The Eye of the Apocalypse's hand emerged, and Bai discovered that he couldn't move his body, which perplexed him. He also spotted the hand and pondered whether it was the Eye of the Apocalypse. It used its hand to indicate to a location on the map and told him where to go. Xian was stunned. Since he couldn't believe the Eye of the Apocalypse could accomplish this, Xiao Gu called out to him, wondering if he had discovered anything. Xian was feeling quite overwhelmed by the recent events, and he suggested that it would be best for them to leave the city as soon as possible. He mentioned that the East Gate is currently open and proposed that they make their exit from there. She inquired about the need to traverse the wasteland. She informed him with a serious tone that she had a negative intuition. Bai Xian smiled confidently, assuring her that they both are skilled beast masters and there's nothing to be afraid of. He mentioned that they have the option to join the adventurous group and catch a ride. Xiao Gu was intrigued by this daring group and inquired about their identity. Xian clarified that they are a group of professionals venturing beyond the city to explore the wilderness and similar endeavors. They both arrived at the East Gate. An announcement has been made for everyone to kindly comply with the inspection and vacate the city in an organized fashion. Bai Xian was taken aback by what he witnessed. He acknowledged her intuition and Xiao Gu, visibly irritated, quietly confirmed. I had already mentioned it to you. A military truck named Hanvi was rapidly approaching them with astonishing speed. Xian quickly turned around, urgently warning her to be cautious. Xiao Gu was unable to react in time, and just as she was about to meet her demise, Xian swiftly intervened, grasping her hand and pulling her out of harm's way, narrowly avoiding the oncoming truck. After a short distance, the Hanvi came to a halt, and a sense of tranquility settled over everything. They both realized they were still holding hands, and both blushed upon noticing. They promptly turned around, and Xian stammered, inquiring about her well-being. She hesitated, responding that she was okay. She then earnestly informed him that the beast tide had only just begun recently. She inquired about the reason behind the increasing number of people leaving the city. Xian responded with frustration, stating that certain individuals believed Balan City was doomed and were eager to seize the chance to flee. He mentioned that due to their inability to survive in the wilderness, they enlisted the services of an adventure group for protection. He mentioned that when a wealthy individual hires an adventure group, it is likely that other wealthy individuals will also hire similar groups. A woman with military experience warned everyone about the dangers of different animal attacks. She diligently monitored the vehicles departing the city. Make sure the military lines are clear. Once more, it has been announced that all individuals departing the city must adhere to the protocol of unloading their weapons and equipment, presenting their identification, and cooperating with the inspection process. Bai Xiaoan recalled that immediately following the disaster and the devastating attack, his father took prompt action by not implementing a citywide lockdown for investigation purposes. He pondered whether it was intended to provide the community with a misleading sense of safety. As he was deep in thought, a dog discreetly sniffed him to check for anything suspicious. After completing the task, Bai Xiaoan and Xiao Gu presented their identifications. As both of them were departing the city, a notice was issued, urging everyone to prioritize the use of protective masks. As soon as Bai Xiaoan and Xiao Gu heard that, their masks materialized on their faces. They both emerged from the urban area, and they began to run inexplicably. They came to a halt from a considerable distance. Xian pulled an item from his backpack and surveyed the area, quietly noting that this particular defense line had seen its fair share of encounters with various creatures. Xiaoan utilized the binoculars he retrieved from his bag to locate the lookout station of the adventurer group. Meanwhile, in the background, Xiao Gu quietly expressed her frustration with the intense heat in this location. During his search, he discovered the lookout station through the use of binoculars. Bai Xiaoan gestured towards the lookout station and suggested that they visit it, as it serves as the adventurer group's lookout station. Upon their arrival at the lookout station, they observed a multitude of individuals diligently engaged in their tasks. They proceeded down another street. Xiaoan noticed a location that seemed questionable, as two women were giving him attention. He felt embarrassed, and quickly averted his gaze, already aware of the nature of this dubious establishment. Xiao Gu appeared lost and confused, unsure of the situation unfolding around them. They arrived at a tent where numerous adventurers were gathered. Bai Xiaoan indicated that the Red Ape mercenary should be present at this location. Within the Red Ape mercenary, the individual wearing glasses instructed Lao Duan to observe the two individuals who had just arrived at the entrance. He then inquired about his thoughts on them. Duan examined them and responded that they appeared to be well crafted. He greeted them, addressing them as two young children, Xiaoan and Xiao, who seemed curious about what this guy wanted from them. Lao Duan inquired if they needed assistance. A confident figure, Feng Lang, stands casually behind them, whistling with a gun resting on his shoulder. And this doesn't look suspicious at all. She quietly expressed her concerns to Xiaoan, telling him that they appear untrustworthy. Bai Xiaoan observed her and pondered how Xiao Gu had transformed upon arriving at the Bai family's residence. However, while Bai Xiaoan was lost in thought, she managed to capture the attention of others. Feng Lang and Duan observed her, and she trembled with fear. When Xiaoan saw this, he clenched his fist tightly, and a powerful energy emanated from his hand. Swiftly, he materialized behind him, cautioning about the perilous conditions beyond the city limits. "Allow me to provide you with protection," he assured. Xiaoan swiftly vanished and reappeared behind Lao Duan. However, Duan suddenly vanished and then reappeared behind him. He reached out and touched his face, greeting him in an unsettling manner. Xiaoan was taken aback by the sudden appearance behind him, as well as Lao Duan's peculiar behavior. He couldn't help but wonder if Lao Duan was referring to him. Xiao Gu was taken aback by the behavior of this individual. Bai Xiaoan became extremely angry, his eyes filled with intensity. Duan smirked and taunted him, calling him a little baby for getting upset. Xiaoan firmly grasped his arm. Xiaoan forcefully brought him down to the ground, leaving Lao Duan in agony and astonishment at the immense strength displayed by this young individual. He grabbed his hand and twisted it, causing Lao Duan to scream in agony. He pleaded with Feng for assistance. This boy was quite enthusiastic. Xiaoan glanced behind him with a serious expression and exuded a strong presence as his aura enveloped his body. In a stern manner, he challenged Feng Lang to test his skills. Feng Lang took a step back, overcome with fear, as beads of sweat formed on his forehead. He sensed a strong, menacing presence emanating from the person before him. Out of nowhere, an alarm blared, catching everyone's attention. Sasha inquired about the current situation from the deputy leader, expressing her dissatisfaction with the excessive noise in the surroundings. The deputy squad leader, Qiming, was irritated as she stated that only fierce beasts could have possibly arrived. Ji Qing reported that the thermal sensing scanner indicates a probable quantity of around 200 to 300. The deputy squad leader, Qiming, inquired about the current situation from Feng Lang. Feng Lang inquired with the deputy leader about her progress. He stated that the situation was unfavorable here. He carefully inspected his firearm and noticed the approaching creatures. He then informed that there are dangerous creatures in the east, expected to reach the outpost in 5 minutes. Lao Duan was trembling with agony, pleading to be released, emphasizing their shared predicament. He emphasized the importance of maintaining composure and avoiding conflict as the formidable creatures approach. Xiaoan gave him a stern look. He firmly pushed his arm away, warning him to keep his distance. Lao Duan rose from the ground and promptly contacted the deputy leader, alerting her to the current state of chaos outside. A person emerged on the rooftop and calmly urged everyone to remain calm. And the individual who raised their voice was the deputy leader, persistently stating that it is now too late to return to the city. He emphasized the importance of unity and patience, stating that by standing together and remaining hopeful, there is a possibility for everyone to make it through. Many people were surprised to see Qiming, the deputy leader. Xiaoan was impressed, recognizing that there are individuals who grasp the situation like Qiming. He confidently announced himself, proudly declaring that he was Qiming, a skilled beast master of the renowned Red Ape mercenary squad. He continued to assert confidently that he would handle the frontal battle. He mentioned that they still required a skilled individual to protect the other side. He inquired about the individuals who would step up. Bai Xiaoan was feeling frustrated as he glanced behind him and reflected on himself. Regrettably, those with the necessary skills are not interested in joining any mercenary squad. The 3 individuals who were behind him were all at the black iron level. Xiaoan was about to express his intention to join, but his words were abruptly cut off by someone who loudly proclaimed that they too were at the silver level. Bai Xiaoan was taken aback, questioning whether this individual truly understood the gravity of the situation. Meanwhile, the individual who proudly proclaimed their proficiency at the silver level confidently requested additional firepower from the deputy squad leader. He assured them that he would handle the situation. Someone in the crowd recognized him and inquired if he was the esteemed young master of the Ming family. Another person mentioned that they heard Master Ming Xiao has achieved the silver level. Qiming was frustrated with this individual and privately considered him to be an entitled individual. He pondered whether he was prepared for the situation. Qiming has requested Lao Duan and Feng Lang to assemble a team of mercenaries and transport them to the designated location, armed with heavy weaponry. Both of them agreed. With a confident smile, he called out for everyone to remain safe. And everyone, including Qiming, raised their fist in the air as they all cheered. As Bai Xiaoan and Xiao Gu walked behind Ming Xiao, Xiaoan advised Xiao Gu to stay close and be prepared to defend herself. He informed her that this man lacks the necessary skills and expertise. She willingly complied with his instructions. Qiming, the deputy squad leader, arrived at the front line. He called upon his creature, urging it to emerge swiftly, reminding the Red Ape mercenary that there was no time for idleness. Meanwhile, firearms were being readied, and numerous individuals were preparing themselves for the impending conflict. A priest was engaged in prayer, seeking divine guidance and strength for someone to overcome challenges and face adversity with bravery. He continued to pray, expressing his desire for blessings to be bestowed upon himself and all his fellow individuals. We appreciate your feedback and value your opinion, as it helps us to continually improve and grow. May we find strength and modesty through your gracious blessings. May you help us overcome this feeling of despair and vulnerability. Bai Xiaoan was deep in contemplation when Duan approached him, addressing him as little brother, and inquiring if he too was a beast master. Based on his adept handling of the situation, he confidently asserted his competence. He proceeded to express his thoughts, stating that he believed he was superior to that boy. Lao Duan was talking about Ming Xiao, the guy with glasses. Xiaoan confidently stated that he is not just physically strong, but also intellectually capable. Lao Duan glanced at Xiao Gu and remarked that he was quite sharp. He mentioned that his little girlfriend appeared quite frightened. Xiao Gu was filled with fear as she stared at the knife she held, overwhelmed by dread. Bai Xiaoan didn't even realize when Lao Duan said, "His girlfriend." He quickly turned to her and gently touched her shoulder, asking if she was all right. Xiao Gu was startled by the touch on her shoulder, but she felt a sense of relief when she recognized Xiaoan's voice. She hesitated, assuring him that she was okay. She admitted to feeling a bit anxious. Bai Xiaoan offered reassurance, assuring her that when the fierce beasts arrived, she should stick close to him for safety. He expressed confidence that everything would be fine. Xian, Lao Duan, and Xiao Gu were startled when they heard a loud roar. Lao Duan swiftly retrieved his firearm and urgently warned of the imminent arrival of the beast. He advised them to prepare for battle. Truly, the beasts were rapidly approaching them with astonishing velocity. Lao Duan urged everyone to hold their fire for the time being. He mentioned that they were on the verge of entering the minefield. After a brief moment, the minefield detonated, resulting in the unfortunate demise of numerous creatures. Lao Duan was thoroughly impressed by the minefield created by Ji Qing, exclaiming that it was truly remarkable. Despite the effectiveness of the minefield in eliminating many beasts, it was unable to completely halt their advance as they continued to charge forward. Feng Lang focused his sniper rifle on the formidable creature, remarking on its impressive resilience. With a hushed voice, he quietly uttered, "Take this," as he skillfully fired his sniper gun. And it struck the beast, causing its head to be obliterated. He readied his rifle and focused his sights. And he shot the gun, aiming for the beast's head. Feng Lang was feeling frustrated with this beast, and he informed Lao Duan that a few of them had hurried to his location. Automatic machine guns were used to efficiently eliminate a large number of animals. Ji Qing was observing her tablet, and she called out to Lao Duan, informing him that she had just witnessed a creature separating from his automated firearm. Lao Duan confirmed that he witnessed it. Ji Qing raised her voice, expressing frustration and questioning why he hadn't pursued it. She spoke with anger, using insulting language to refer to him. Lao Duan responded, reminding her that he had previously mentioned the issue with her machine gun's caliber. Additionally, he expressed his dislike for it. He confidently brandished his firearm once more, poised to take action, and emphatically declared the superiority of a larger caliber. He discharged his firearm, and the weapon exhibited remarkable power. As soon as the bullet made contact with the creatures, it completely destroyed a portion of their bodies, resulting in instant death. The remaining creatures began scaling the wall. Xian exclaimed loudly that the bronze-level beasts were approaching. The individual chuckled confidently, muttering that it is finally their turn to take action. Xian regarded this individual with irritation. Lao Duan instructed the others to quickly discard the gasoline cans to avoid any potential dangers. The individuals who were employed there promptly proceeded to pour the gasoline. The gasoline cans were forcefully dropped onto other beasts. Feng Lang skillfully fired his sniper gun, causing the gasoline to explode. It caused significant harm to the creatures, and they let out agonizing cries. Bai Xiaoan was impressed when Lao Duan complimented them, acknowledging their exceptional abilities. Lao Duan confidently placed his gun on his shoulder, proudly declaring that his strength was among the finest in the entire wasteland. A fire stood before the creatures, causing them to halt in their tracks, aware of the potential harm it could inflict upon them. A distinct creature that stood upright emitted a menacing growl. A formidable presence enveloped it. This enigmatic creature appeared significantly more powerful than its counterparts. Lao Duan became focused and announced that the main beast is approaching. Xiaoan utilized his Eye of the Apocalypse to observe the enigmatic creature. The beast let out a mighty roar, unleashing one of its powerful skills. The impact of its immense power reverberated throughout the area. Suddenly, the screen of the Eye of Apocalypse displayed the following details: Race Alchemy Ferocious Beasts, Steel System, Realm High-Grade Silver, Talent Broken Iron, C Rank, Qualification High-Grade Silver, Skills Battlecry, Green, Iron Jaw, Blue, Rust Covering, Green. As a result of the enigmatic beast, its components took on a crimson hue, emitting a billowing red smoke that engulfed the vicinity. And other creatures that appeared more formidable, due to the enigmatic beast, and animals that had gained a surge of power emerged growling, prepared to engage in battle once more. Feng Lang skillfully aimed his sniper gun at the enigmatic beast, carefully surveying the other creatures that surrounded it. He informed Lao Duan that there are approximately 7 or 8 pigs of silver level here. Lao Duan was astonished to discover that there were 7 to 8 of them. He inquired about the seriousness of the matter. He confidently urged the wealthy individual to go over there, emphasizing that it's now their responsibility to hold the back line. The confident Ming Xiao assured him that he would take care of it. Xian was once again frustrated by the sight of this individual. He called upon his loyal companion, commanding it to emerge. The frog hopped out of the beast's space with a croak. The screen Eye of the Apocalypse manifested, giving him the information: race, golden. Horned frog form, belonging to the intermediate silver realm. It possesses the talent of a flexible body at AB rank and holds an advanced gold qualification. Its skills include the toad bomb in green, the big tongue in blue, and the metal body in blue. Meanwhile, the deputy squad leader was valiantly battling against a multitude of ferocious creatures. Qi Ming considered the situation and concluded that the silver-level creatures were excessively empowering the nearby monsters. Therefore, their first priority should be to eliminate this particular beast. Qi Ming confidently commanded his red flame ape to unleash its fiery power. Initial impact. The red flame ape let out a powerful roar as it unleashed its fiery fist impact. The red flame ape stood there confidently, resembling a skilled boxer, while the mysterious beast was forced to retreat due to the powerful impact of the fire fist. Qi Ming told his red flame ape that it's time to utilize that technique. The formidable creature swung its arm at the fiery ape, seemingly intent on decapitating it. However, the agile ape skillfully evaded the attack by swiftly ducking. The red flame ape emitted a menacing growl, its arms igniting with fiery intensity as it prepared to unleash its powerful attack. The Red Lotus Blast boxing fist was utilized to deliver rapid punches to the mysterious beast. Using its final blow, it exerted all its strength to strike the enigmatic creature. The impact was so forceful that its fist pierced through the creature, instantly ending its life. It has been reported to the deputy leader that the military is en route and is expected to arrive in approximately 8 minutes. The red flame ape continued to tear the enigmatic creature to shreds. Qi Ming reassured his brothers, urging them to hold on a little longer. He confidently stated that reinforcements were on their way, and there was a resounding applause when they heard that. Amidst the jubilation, the attention of the crowd was inadvertently diverted from the unexpected presence of a formidable creature. In a swift and devastating motion, the creature unleashed a crimson beam, tragically claiming the life of Mr. Zhang. Mr. Zhang's firearm slipped from his grasp as he succumbed to his demise. The individual standing beside him was completely taken aback. He noticed a significant silhouette behind him, causing him to swiftly pivot, feeling a sense of unease, and wondered what is going on. Just as he was about to speak further, the creature in front of him swiftly swung its arm, instantly decapitating him. Meanwhile, Bai Xiaoan assumed a poised stance, activating his power in preparation for the upcoming battle. He employed a highly skilled technique to neutralize the beast that lunged at him with lethal intent, and he terminated it before it had the chance to kill him. Unfortunately, he failed to perceive other approaching beasts. By the time he became aware of their presence, it was too late. The beasts pounced on him, emitting menacing growls. Xian could only utter a curse, realizing he had no time left to react. Once again, right on schedule, the spider webs ensnared the creatures, rendering them immobile. Xian displayed a significant amount of strength, as he expressed his frustration over nearly losing his life due to a momentary lapse in vigilance. He skillfully utilized the surrounding water to eliminate all three beasts. When Xiao Gu's pet beast captured those creatures with its webs, Xian observed its increased strength and inquired if her spider had been upgraded to a higher level. She responded affirmatively, explaining that she had acquired certain materials and that it resulted in an increase in its level. Bai Xian utilized the Eye of Apocalypse to gather information about its characteristics: race lava spider, fire system, realm primary bronze, talent lava body, a rank, qualification, advanced gold, and skills melting cut spider silk, blue, and candle flame burning cluster, green. Xian couldn't believe it. He wondered what kind of luck this is. The creatures managed to access the automated firearms, swiftly dismantling them with their immense strength. Lao Duan glanced at Ming Xiao and informed them that their firepower was insufficient to sustain the situation. He promptly instructed him to summon the ethereal creature. Duan's firearm emitted steam due to its frequent use. Ming Xiao quickly called for his golden horned frog to utilize its large tongue. The golden hornet frog skillfully utilized its impressive tongue to swiftly kill the nearby beasts. Bai Xian was filled with determination as he thought to himself that everyone was doing an excellent job. He was determined to ensure that he couldn't afford to be lazy. He called forth his loyal companion, commanding the crimson-winged crow to emerge. The red-winged crow emerged, exuding an aura of maturity and heightened strength. He sternly instructed his red crow to refrain from any unprofessional behavior. Under Bai Xian's expert guidance, the red crows skillfully utilized the fire arrow to eliminate the beasts. Xian was very upset, and he firmly reminded his pet beast that it hadn't received a command yet. The red crow informed him confidently that he was the epitome of the sun. He inquired about the necessity of his commands. Xian clenched his teeth in frustration and delivered a forceful blow to his pet beast's head due to its foolishness. Xiao Gu and her pet beast exchanged uneasy glances at this scene. Many locations were devastated by the unknown creature. This formidable creature was so strong that even the red flame ape cowered in fear. Even the deputy squad leader and his fellow comrades were also avoiding it. Qi Ming clenched his teeth, acknowledging the impressive speed of this formidable creature. He is well aware that he is completely outclassed by it. It is crucial to persevere and hold on until the desired outcome is achieved. Before he could say anything, he was interrupted by his comrade who expressed frustration, questioning what he was doing. The individual presented themselves to the enigmatic beast, boldly declaring their unwavering determination as they discharged their firearm at the creature. Qi Ming attempted to intervene, but the matter had already been disclosed. The beast swiftly eliminated him, catching the man completely unaware. The beast strolled along, still on the lookout for those foolish humans. It's quite interesting to wonder why some people insist on sexualizing monsters. I suppose the creator has a genuine interest in this type of thing, but I must admit that it is indeed impressive art. So, Qi Ming was curious about the nature of this creature as he pondered and wondered if it could possibly be a high-level monster. A comrade of Qi Ming's spoke urgently in his headset, informing him that the defense line in the east had been breached and a ferocious beast was charging towards the camp. Frustration filled the deputy squad leader as he lamented the unfortunate turn of events. Qi Ming requested that Feng Lang assist him at 6 o'clock in that direction. Feng Lang accepted. He pointed his sniper gun in that direction and casually mentioned to the deputy leader that he owes him a dinner this time. Alright, I'm a bit confused here. Was he referring to dinner as a casual hangout with friends, or was he implying a romantic dinner date? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below. What are your thoughts? Feng Lang skillfully fired his sniper gun, striking the monster woman with precision and causing her head to snap back. Qiming seized the chance amidst the chaos to command his beast to unleash its unique ability. The red flame ape obediently removed its eye patch, and it utilized its unique ability, Flame Blast. As it was doing so, it let out a powerful roar. With precision and agility, the monster skillfully evaded the incoming flame blast, swiftly closing in on the red flame ape to launch a counterattack with equal swiftness. And in that location, the place experienced a significant explosion. The three individuals were left perplexed by the sudden explosion that occurred before them. Bai Xiaoan was focused and directed the red-winged crow to provide immediate support. The red crow swiftly made its way to that location. The monster woman skillfully launched an attack on Qiming, who swiftly defended himself and his loyal pet beast. Qiming skillfully opened the space beast, and he directed his loyal pet beast to return ahead of him. In an unexpected turn of events, the monstrous woman effortlessly shattered the barrier and swiftly seized his neck. She was really angry with him. But then, out of nowhere, the red crow made its grand entrance, catching the attention of the monster woman. The beast woman tossed Qiming towards the red crow, and with a swift motion of its wings, the red crow slammed Qiming onto the ground. Just in the nick of time, Lao Duan swiftly appeared behind him and skillfully caught him, preventing any harm. He asked the deputy leader if he was okay, and the leader assured him that he's fine. He emphasized the importance of being able to handle the situation, as failure to do so could have serious consequences. Meanwhile, the skilled crow utilized its fiery technique to launch an assault on the formidable beast woman. Qiming emphasizes the importance of someone maintaining stability in order for others to have an opportunity. Qiming reminded him through his headset that it's time to utilize the alchemical bullets that Ji Qing had previously provided. Feng Lang quietly mentioned to the deputy leader that he still needed to be treated to 2 meals, and he reminded them not to forget about the bill. Feng Lang meticulously loaded the alchemical bullets into his sniper gun, silently praying that his beloved weapon would remain unscathed. He fired his sniper rifle, and the bullet shattered the weapon. He cursed, realizing that their situation was dire. When the alchemical bullets made contact with her head, they caused a powerful explosion that sent a shockwave rippling through the area. The shockwave was incredibly strong, forcing Lao Duan and Qiming to quickly shield themselves. Feng Lang informed the deputy leader that his sniper gun was damaged, with only the scope remaining. He requested compensation for the loss. Qiming responded, informing him that Ji Qing is highly knowledgeable in that area. He inquired about the reason for his failure to locate her. Xian and Xiao Gu arrived at that location while they were talking. Lao Duan casually mentioned that there's no way the monster could possibly get back up this time. He expressed his hope that the monster would finally be dead. Qiming quickly dashed those hopes by pointing him in a different direction, and when he finally looked, disappointment set in. The creature remained alive. Actually, that bullet didn't even leave a scratch on her. She glanced around to identify the shooter. Feng Lang utilized the scope to assess the monster's condition, and he observed that she was indeed alive and gazing directly at him before disappearing from sight. Feng Lang was filled with frustration, realizing that his situation was hopeless as he had no time to react. The monster of great skill and expertise appeared before him, swiftly launching an attack with her right hand. Her immense strength and unwavering poise resulted in the instantaneous demise of Feng Lang. Bai Xiaoan was shocked by the incredible speed of this monster. He couldn't help but acknowledge that this monster is truly deserving of the gold level. The beast woman held Feng Lang's right arm, symbolizing the sole remaining remnant of his body. Through the creature's gaze, she observed additional energy signatures. She leaped from her position, and Xiaoan was startled when he witnessed this. As she was going to murder him, the monster emerged behind him. Xiaoan's eyes widened in shock. Fortunately, Xiaoan swiftly reacted and swiftly turned around, activating his barrier just in time. Once again, He was amazed by the incredible speed of this monster, which was almost impossible to see with the naked eye. The creature was firmly clutching the barrier and forcefully pressing her face against it, seemingly determined to break through. Xian was taken aback by the imminent collapse of the shield. Within moments, the shield was shattered, and the monster extended her hands, poised to eliminate him. Just as Xian was about to meet his demise, a spider web came hurtling towards him. The web was attached to Xian's body, and with all of the monster's strength, the monster slammed its hands on the ground, and the ground cracked. Fortunately, the flame candle spider intervened just in time, rescuing him from the clutches of the monster. Xian suddenly collided with Xiao Gu. She managed to catch him just in time to avoid any injuries. In that moment, Xian flushed and thanked her. He paused for a second, recognizing his error. He promptly apologized, and Xiao Gu flushed. "Well, you're welcome," and she said it's all right, knowing it wasn't his fault that this happened. Xiao Gu then instructed her candlelight spider to unleash a powerful lava spray attack. The spider was ready to utilize that technique. The candlelight spider then used the lava spray, and the ground cracked all over the place. Astonishing flames erupt from the ground. The monster effortlessly dodged them. Xian was taken aback by her ability to dodge once more, and a realization dawned upon him. He came to the realization that despite its impressive speed, the monster was unable to evade the barrage of gunfire. Contrary to popular belief, he concluded that evading spiritual power attacks from spiritual beasts is a manageable task. In other words, it's highly likely that it can only sense fluctuations in spiritual power, and not the tangible visual information. Xian reached out to Qi Ming and Lao Duan, requesting their assistance in devising a solution to confront this formidable creature. However, Qi Ming and Lao Duan paid no attention and hastily urged him to flee alongside them. Xian was very upset, questioning their actions. After they fled, Bai Xian informed Xiao Gu that they would have to rely on each other. Xian attempted to make a suggestion, but was interrupted by Amoing, who was perched atop his loyal beast. Amoing called out to them to wait, having overheard Xian's conversation. With an air of superiority, the individual inquired if he had overlooked the fact that there was another skilled silver beast master present. Amoing ordered his golden horned frog to use possess. The frog's eyes glowed as it was ready to do so. The frog then consumed his master, Xian, and Xiao Gu just watched, leaving both of them in utter shock. The frog and the fool began their little possession. As they watched the possession, the frog gradually shrink into the size of a human-sized frog. The Eye of Apocalypse revealed to Xian that this talent is known as Possess, an A-level talent that allows a contracted spirit pet to be possessed. The numerous traits will considerably strengthen the new talents that may be employed after the mind and soul are changed into a state of physical and mental union. Xian considered it unattractive, but he found it to be a highly valuable skill. Xiao Gu was filled with a sense of revulsion. Amoing confidently shouted at the monster, determined to demonstrate the full extent of his power. He assumed a poised position, prepared to leap. He shouted loudly with impressive speed, showcasing his impactful technique. The beast woman skillfully evaded the attack, swiftly retaliating with her razor-sharp nails, effortlessly slicing him into pieces. The individual passed away without ever realizing their demise. Bai Xian received confirmation that his deduction was correct. The monster could only detect individuals with spiritual power. He discovered that the creature only possessed a profound spiritual power for its discernment. He informed Xiao Gu that their plan could be beneficial. In that moment, her self-assurance waned, and she stumbled over her words, expressing her fear and doubt in her abilities. Bai Xian held her hand and told her that everything would be all right. He keeps expressing his faith in her, encouraging her and reminding her of the significance of believing in herself. "Didn't you do it earlier?" he inquired. Xian smiled with assurance, instructing his pet beast to prepare as he had complete confidence in his plan. The individual greeted the hammerhead shark, the formidable creature descended onto the ground and fixed its gaze upon him. Bai Xian's eyes turned a striking shade of blue, while his spiritual energy surged to new heights. With unwavering determination, he called out to the creature, issuing a bold challenge to engage in combat. Xian anticipated the hammerhead shark's move, recognizing it as a sneak attack from behind. True to his prediction, the shark did indeed move behind him, albeit with a momentary hesitation. Xian observed that despite its speed, the creature displayed hesitation before each attack. Noticing this pattern, he strategized to exploit it to his benefit. He unleashed a significantly higher level of power than he had previously, causing the hammerhead shark to pause in bewilderment due to its inability to detect the erratic spiritual energy emanating from Bai Xian. Xian perceived the current moment with a sense of awe, as her vision was filled with a brilliant glow reminiscent of dancing flames. It was a truly mesmerizing sight, captivating her attention completely. Bai Xian confidently exclaimed that the moment had arrived. He commanded his red-winged crow to launch an attack. The highly skilled crow unleashed a formidable fire attack against the hammerhead shark, resulting in a forceful recoil. The fire skill is incredibly potent, as it causes a massive explosion in the surrounding area immediately after the monster slams into the wall. Xian quickly commanded his loyal creature to limit its mobility. The red-winged crow had the ability to ignite a tornado. The hammerhead shark was unable to move due to the flame tornado, which caused it to be immobilized. Xiao Gu used this opportunity to instruct her lantern spider to use the retract web. The candlelight spider used restricts the web, and several containers crashed towards the hammerhead shark. Bai Xian called out for the red-winged crow to unleash its ultimate attack. The red crow swiftly responded, its eyes gleaming and flames engulfing its body in a crimson aura. The red crow then unleashed its most formidable attack, the nuclear beam. The nuclear beam was incredibly potent, causing an immediate explosion upon contact with the containers, reminiscent of a nuclear blast. From a considerable distance, the explosion was visible. At the Belan city border checkpoint, a startled individual couldn't help but exclaim in surprise upon witnessing a massive explosion. Their mind raced with questions, trying to comprehend the cause behind such a significant blast. Everything was destroyed before the explosion could kill both Bai Xian and Xiao Gu. Xian opened his beast space and took Xiao Gu inside with him. They emerged from the beast space. Xian inquired about Xiao Gu's well-being. She assured him that she was fine. A shroud of red smoke enveloped the surroundings, obscuring their view of the creature's fate. In that moment, the hand of the hammerhead shark emerged from the ground. Xiao Gu was filled with a sense of dread and shock when he realized it was still alive. Bai Xian's eyes widened in disbelief at the sight. The creature emerged from the earth, revealing a severely injured form. Half of her body was charred and damaged, exposing her rib cage. Bai Xian confidently snapped his fingers, a brilliant idea forming in his mind. Xiao Gu looked at him with curiosity, eager to learn about his idea. However, she didn't have to wait for long to witness this concept in action. The massive fish emerged at the command of Bai Xian, and Xian ordered it to consume her. Once the hammerhead shark swam into the mouth of the giant fish, the massive creature swiftly snapped its jaws shut, causing a resounding boom and a strong rush of wind. Out of nowhere, the immense fish's eyes widened in agony, sensing a powerful force eroding its spiritual energy. Upon witnessing this, Xian grew concerned for his white shadow giant-scaled fish. He wanted to investigate the issue with this enormous fish. However, he also experienced an immense amount of pain and let out a groan of discomfort. Xian examined himself, perplexed by the mysterious erosion of his origin power. Xian made the decision to return his pet beast to its beast space for the purpose of allowing it to heal. Lao Duan emerged from the bunker and informed the deputy squad leader that the task should be completed by now. After emerging from the bunker, Qi Ming instructed Lao Duan to assess the situation and determine if there were any survivors. Lao Duan was taken aback by the utter devastation of the surroundings. It seemed impossible for anyone to have survived, he remarked. As he spoke, he tightly gripped the hand of the golden frog. Qi Ming gestured towards the location of Xian and Xiao Gu, instructing the others to direct their attention there. Lao Duan inquired about the newcomers, while Xiao Gu assisted Xian in walking due to his weakened state from the recent events. Xian was growing increasingly frail with each passing moment as his eyes began to flutter shut. However, just before they could fully close, he caught a glimpse of Lao Duan informing Qi Ming that the affluent individual had not made it. He noticed Qi Ming approaching him and urging Duan to stop daydreaming and come over to assist him. Qi Ming wanted to say more, but his eyes widened as he saw Xian completely closing his eyes. Worried, Qi Ming called out to him, but Xian didn't respond. The deputy squad leader cursed, realizing that he had fainted. Within Xian's consciousness, a voice persistently called out to him. Bye. Xian slowly opened his eyes, curious about the person who was calling him. Upon observing the scene, he noticed his beloved beast still suffering, emitting agonizing roars. Xian's eyes widened in alarm as he gasped for breath, drenched in sweat from the shocking sight before him. Xiao Gu politely called out to the doctor, informing her that he had regained consciousness. The doctor assured Xiao Gu that he should be fine now. Xiao Gu quietly wondered why he still appeared weakened. The doctor clarified that it was due to him exerting an excessive amount of spiritual energy. Xiaoan scratched his head, perplexed by the unexpectedly low upper limit of his spiritual energy. He muttered to himself, expressing his disbelief at the situation. Lao Duan stepped into the tent and informed Xian that the boss was looking for him. Xian emerged from the tent, much to the deputy leader's relief as they noticed the newbie was now awake. If the deputy leader had been more forthright about his doubts regarding his capabilities, things might have turned out differently. Bai Xian raised an eyebrow, expressing doubt about what he had just heard. Curiosity got the better of him, and he asked why they had been left behind while he escaped. Lao Duan shot Xian a stern look, reprimanding him for his impolite tone. Qi Ming spoke, expressing his perspective. He emphasized that, as a vice leader, his primary responsibility is to ensure the safety and well-being of his team. The deputy squad leader smiled and mentioned that if he had realized his own strength earlier, he would have been able to put him in the front lines so that he doesn't demolish the checkpoint, instead destroy the spiders. He wanted to elaborate further but decided to get straight to the point instead. He asked if there was any interest in joining their team. Bai Xian was hesitant about joining, a smirk playing on his face as he posed the question, did he really expect Bai Xian to trust him so easily? Based solely on his words? Xian considered that if this individual can abandon them once, they are likely to do so again. During the conversation, he mentioned that they have experienced a loss in personnel, and their overall strength has diminished. He also mentioned that their objective is to safely accompany their client to Jiaoling Town. However, given the current circumstances, they are facing a shortage of manpower. Xian crossed his arms, deep in thought. The prospect of visiting Jiaoling Town piqued his interest, especially since it was conveniently located on the way to Jima City. He realized that this would be a great opportunity for him and Xiao Gu to tag along. Bai Xian remained silent for a moment, causing Qi Ming to anticipate his refusal. However, Qi Ming swiftly interjected, urging him not to dismiss the offer too hastily. He emphasized that their invitation was not without benefits, assuring Bai Xian that they would provide him with appropriate compensation. Qi Ming confidently displayed 3 fingers, indicating his proposal to give the other person a generous 30% share of the money. He inquired about the individual's thoughts on the deal. Bai Xian smiled and agreed, but he had no intention of working for Qi Ming. Qi Ming smiled, teasing him, saying he's a money lover. The team of experienced adventurers arrived at the outpost in Jiaoling Town. Lao Duan was feeling frustrated and exasperated as he expressed his dissatisfaction with the journey. He found it to be incredibly exhausting due to the constant breakdowns of the motor, which required him to repeatedly fix it. Xiaoan wasn't particularly surprised when he noticed that Xiao Gu's talent had come into play. Xiao Gu was simply blushing with embarrassment, aware that this had happened because of her. Lao Duan then informed the others that they would be staying here for the night, and proceed to Jiaoling town later. Bai Xiaoan inquired about the reason for not entering the town directly. Lao Duan emphasized the high level of danger in the forest during nighttime, cautioning that even individuals with advanced skills might face fatal consequences. Xian and the rest of the group are currently located in the banana forest near Jiaoling town. Out of nowhere, a woman erupted with frustration, demanding to know why they hadn't arrived yet. All eyes shifted towards her, perplexed by her outburst. And this woman was the customer who hired the Red Ape adventure team. She shouted angrily, expressing her dissatisfaction with her trip, and she insulted them, referring to them in a derogatory manner. Sasha was frustrated with the woman and firmly warned her to be quiet if she wanted to stay safe, as her actions were attracting dangerous creatures. The customer was taken aback by the disrespectful manner in which Sasha spoke to her. That's all for now.